Hey there, Xenomorphs. There seems to have been a glut of trailers recently, and seeing that I got such a good response to my look at The Crow, let's take another look at a franchise I love. The Alien Romulus trailer dropped about a week ago, and I think it's safe to say that it was a lot less divisive. Much like The Crow, I love Alien, and Aliens is right up there in my top 10 movies of all time list. So, when I say this gives me Aliens vibes, I mean this gives me Alien and Aliens vibes. Whichever way you slice it, it's a good thing. I know this isn't a very controversial statement, and it's only a teaser trailer, but this has got me excited for the Alien franchise in a way that I haven't been in many years. You've probably heard the same thing from many others, or maybe even thought this yourself. But the whole feel of this trailer invokes that dark, gritty atmosphere of the Ridley Scott's original, like space truckers that happened upon something that maybe they shouldn't have. The whole thing has the look and feel of the Nostromo. The first 25 seconds is just a camera panning around darkened corridors, building that feeling of tension and suspense before panning down to the grisly payoff. This builds up to a single word.
Run.
Then we get these flashes of the potential action that the film promises. I was particularly enthralled by the corridor scene with the tons of facehuggers flinging themselves at the poor meatbags. Finally, we get to the image of what I can only assume is our protagonist. Now, I know what they're doing here. Hell, we all know what they're doing here. But I am falling for it hook, line and sinker anyway. That said, giving the mirror image of Ellen Ripley doesn't necessarily mean we are getting Ellen Ripley. But a guy can hope. The trailer doesn't give us much here, but what it does give us is heaps of atmosphere, nostalgia, and the promise of...
Run.
The Alien franchise has been through a rocky couple of decades. Personally, I enjoyed Alien 3, but it was panned by fans and critics alike, and even the director didn't want anything to do with it. Alien Resurrection was a convoluted mess of ideas that had a good premise but fell apart in the final act and ultimately rehashing scenes and ideas from better iterations. Prometheus was a good idea on paper and at least tried to take the franchise in a new direction, but inevitably asked questions that no one wanted answers to. Alien Covenant, by extension, felt like a cynical attempt at steering back to the Xenomorph, but failed to land with a lackluster script and poor decision-making by the forgettable cast. It's been 7 years since then, and it's time to see if Alvarez can get us excited again. This leads me to the name of the movie. And no, I don't think they're doing a collab with Star Trek, as much as I'd like to see the Romulans wiped out by the alien species. Actually, hold on, now that I think about it. Klingons versus aliens, now there's something. But I don't think that's what they're alluding to. According to tradition, Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus in 753 BC. They were twin brothers, sons of a human mother and the god of war Mars. After their birth, the king ordered them killed. They were placed in a basket and put into the Tiber River, left to die from exposure in the outdoors. But their basket washed up upon a riverbank where they were found by a female wolf. The wolf nursed the hungry babies and cared for them, but they were found by a shepherd. As adults, they wanted to build their city along the Tiber River where their basket had washed upon the shore. They disagreed about where it should be, and Romulus killed Remus in their quarrels. Romulus built the city of Rome on one of the 7 hills along the Tiber and lived a long life as King of Rome. As of right now, I don't know what this means or how this will impact the story, but colour me intrigued. I've been fooled by trailers before, and a great trailer doesn't necessarily mean a great film. My hope is that the attention to detail, love and respect put into this trailer has been put into the making of this movie. So, over to you. Thoughts and feelings.